Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys another reading. So today's topic is called A Love Story Written in the Stars, and the theme, Every Lifetime I Will Find You. So if you guys happened to watch my video yesterday on a toxic connection, this is definitely not going to be this reading. So obviously I bring a variety of different types of connections to my channel now. So I didn't want there to be any kind of confusion. You know, how can we go from a toxic tie yesterday to a very divine love today? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there as a little bit of a disclaimer, just in case people are confused. There are many different types of connections that I will channel here on my channel. So anyways, with that said, this particular connection that we're going to be diving into is one that you feel with another person on a very deep level. And no matter what has happened or what happens, you still remain connected on a very spiritual and energetic level. So of course, obviously, I always say this, I do to the channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or a challenge in your connections. Keep that in mind, but just take what resonates for you at the end of the day. Get rid of anything that doesn't. But we're just going to dive deep into what your person experienced when the two of you first encountered each other. How did their soul recognize you as their counterpart, as well as, the things that may have attributed to a challenge or a separation. And then we're going to go into the extended version halfway through the reading. So anyways, you guys, all the decks I'll be using, as well as this beautiful organite here, will be listed in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to take a look and see what is the awakening energy. What stirred deep within your person the moment that your paths crossed? So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that awakening moment for your person when they first encountered you. What came up? What stirred deep within them the moment that your paths crossed? Ooh, we have breakthrough, increased self-awareness, ice fishing. Okay. So we have also the number 33, so that could be significant for somebody, maybe somebody's age, perhaps, when you guys met. But this, to me, it's a real breakthrough for your person, like breaking through the ice. Maybe the ice, if they were carrying around, some sort of hardened feelings or maybe a shield around themselves, like a protective boundary or something. When the two of you met, it's like something started to melt within them. Some hardened energy started to soften up, is what I'm seeing here. Now, they may also feel like there was something about you that caused them to be more self-aware, like of themselves, that they wanted to be a better version of themselves for you, that they really wanted to put on, now, I don't want to say a show, but they wanted to put their best foot forward with you. They really wanted to try. You made this person really want to show up and try, show you what they were made of, is what I'm picking up on with that. Okay, let's see what else. We have cherished pet. Interesting. You could have met this person in some sort of a setting around pets. I don't know why that may be significant for somebody out there, but they saw you as somebody that they cherish. You were very caring and kind. People that love animals have a lot of empathy. You're also taking on the responsibility of caring for something else besides yourself. So they may have saw you as someone or felt that you were very nurturing and very kind, very loving, very giving. So I feel like your energy was very soft. Your person may have had a hardened energy. They may have gone through some stuff in the past, so it caused them to maybe even just like believe that there are still good people out there in the world. So that's how they're encountering you, okay? We have fish and we have pet. I don't know. There could be some sort of animal energy. Maybe you met this person in a setting where there was animals or a zoo or something like that. Okay, let's see what else. What stirred deep within them the moment your paths crossed? Could you have met this person when you were walking dogs too? We have the 6 of fire. Well, they definitely recognized you. they felt like you were very confident, on fire. They recognized you as being at the top of the heap. So what I mean by that is you stood out to your person, okay? You stood out. They were attracted with that fire energy for sure. And they may have seen you just in a position of power. You were in a position where maybe you were working or doing something, and they looked up to you. They definitely looked at you and saw something amazing. So what it stirred within them was this: I can do this. Yes, I want to go for it. That's what this energy stirred within your person. Wow. Okay, let's see what else. What else stirred deep within them the moment your paths crossed? We have 1111. So this could be a twin flame encounter. It doesn't mean your person knew that when they were encountering you for the first time, but this is twin flames coming together, having that spiritual awakening. That divine timing was just perfect for the two of you to come together. Wow. Okay, so this is a destined meeting, destined encounter, that's for sure. And we have braving the storm. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that this connection, even though in the very beginning it may have felt really light, it may have felt very fun and magical, I feel at some point it got difficult, because it says facing difficulties, finding the courage, the fortitude to keep pushing forward. So I don't know what happened with you and your individual. If maybe things started to get tough, could they hang in there? Could they push forward? Could they keep going strong, or did they bow out of the fight? Did they run away from the storm? It was too much to handle. So I'm getting this intense energy here where your person was like, yes, in the beginning, I could do it. But I feel like something happened here. When we have a spiritual awakening, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It might feel that way in the beginning, but there is going to be work down the line. You're suddenly feeling vulnerable. You're open. You're seeing things in a whole new light. A lot of illusions are dismantled. A lot of our ways of thinking, the way that we've always done things and been, just start to fall apart. And that can sometimes be soul crushing for people, where they cannot handle it. They want to go back to the way it was. It was very easy, or even if they weren't unhappy, it was comfortable to them. So I'm just getting here, like you're a very strong individual, and your person may have really loved that about you, especially upon meeting them in the beginning. But it may have turned into, I don't know that I'm strong enough to brave this storm together, or brave the storm as well with you. All right, let's see what else. Now we have the Knight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. Feel like you definitely stirred something in this person's feelings, that's for sure. It says romantic, emotional, and dramatic. So it was very it was big. Like when your person, the things that they felt in their heart space and in their feelings and their emotional field, it was very, very deep. Also Piscean energy, very psychic, very spiritual. So I'm getting here that this person saw you as some sort of an extraordinary love, something very different than they were used to encountering. So it was a very special encounter for them, for sure. It stirred their emotions very deeply. And I do definitely get this confirmation that they had a spiritual awakening upon encountering you. All right, let's get one last set. We have Black Swan. Wow. I feel that your person did not expect to meet you. This was unforeseen. This was a total shock and surprise. And I feel like they've probably, in hindsight, they've probably looked at this, especially if the two of you have parted ways. They see a lot now, okay? It's almost like when they were with you, yes, they were feeling a lot, they were seeing a lot, but they saw more after a period of separation or disconnect. We have breathing room. Okay, this is what it is. Also, I feel like your person felt like they were starting to suffocate as much as they were like, yes, I am all in. I want this. Let's go for it. I feel great. This feeling did not last because then the real work came in. The black energy here, to me, it's like the shadow, the darkness started to creep in. Problems started to arise. This would be this here, okay? The storm, they didn't know how to get through the problems. To me, this is like a tower moment, tower energy coming through. Your person suddenly asked for space. They needed time to think, right? They needed time to process what they were feeling, what they were going through, all of these intense emotions that they were not used to feeling. So this might be where the two of you are at right now, is that your person has asked for space. They've asked for, some breathing room. And some of you have been in a long-term separation with this person, just continuing to need space. This could also be you as well, but remember, this is from their perspective, what they were feeling. So they definitely got very overwhelmed with how they were feeling here. They became very confused with the black swan energy, didn't really know. It's almost like they weren't expecting to meet someone like you at that point in their life. And as great as it was, they weren't ready. Yeah. Oh, this one just wanted to, we have two. All right. We have the Queen of Swords, and we also have the Four of Pentacles. What I'm getting here is that this person became the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is a little hard, because I got the icy energy from the get-go with this person, with the ice fishing, okay? They were very much just kind of icy on the edges, but when they met you, you softened some energy for them. You made them believe in something again. But the Four of Pentacles is someone who is very stubborn and stuck in their ways and doesn't really want to let go. So that you see that locked energy here? It's like you came in with some sort of a key to unlock something for them, and they were either about ready to let you unlock something, or they let you in a little bit only to lock it back up again. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very much in her head space. She's thinking logically. She's not really in her emotions. It's about business. It's about career. It's about survival. And I feel that as much as this person started to feel the ice melt, they eventually went back into this icy energy, okay? Because it was too much. It was too intense for them. So that is what we have so far. So now we're going to go into the memories. In what ways did their soul begin to recognize you as their counterpart? So this is going to be in the beginning, when they were starting to just really feel all that intense energy. So how did their soul recognize you as their counterpart? What did these emotions look like? Okay, we definitely have that watery energy, you guys. Emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. They felt healed. They felt rejuvenated in your energy. They felt bathed. They felt cleansed. They felt just so good in your energy, for sure. So they recognized you as their counterpart based on how they felt. And I'm not sure that this person is comfortable with the way that they feel. They may have had to constantly in their life be in the state of they had to control, right? This is on this card here, control, not be extravagant, not be over emotional. That may be something in their life where they were taught that being emotional was weak, being emotional was not good. So to be around you really made this person feel like they just wanted to dive in. They wanted to dive in deep. But when they felt like they were drowning, that's when they started to reach for the old survival techniques and patterns. But that's how they recognized you as their counterpart, is based on how deeply they felt for you. How you made them feel. The But look at that. We've got the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is scary. The Three of Swords is heartache, heartbreak. It's a reminder that someone is going to get hurt. I'm going to get hurt, or I'm only going to disappoint you. This is what clarified it for your person, to kind of snap them out of whatever they felt that they were feeling, like whatever dream felt like they were getting lost in. This snapped them back into place. This Queen of Swords came in and said, remember, you aren't this person. So you remind this person and wake them up to who they truly are, but who they've been functioning as has always been the Queen of Swords, okay? The Queen of Swords is looking at life and looking at how they need to survive. That's the decisions that they're making is based on, well, I'm not really sure that, if I go down this path, this could happen. They're kind of weighing the pros and cons. So they started going, instead of trusting their emotions with you, which they did in the very beginning, they started questioning everything. They started weighing options, weighing pros and cons. And I feel like the cons eventually won, okay? They talked themselves out of this connection. The cons, they weighed out. So that's the clarification that they need. And I feel like they ended up either stepping out on this connection, breaking your heart by suddenly telling you, I need space, I need to take a step back. That might have been devastating to you because you were in this ocean of emotion with this person where you thought that you guys were experiencing something really deep, really, really extraordinary. And you were. But this person felt the need to pull out because they were afraid. They were afraid of either becoming heartbroken by you, losing themselves, or breaking your heart. And I just feel like eventually this person asked for time and space, or something else happened and it broke your heart. All right, what else? Wow, we have Sacred Heart. So this definitely tells you here that this person had a lot of passion, love, and it says spiritual communion. They experienced something with you when you guys connected that was off the charts, out of this world, something extraordinary, something that they have not felt with another human being. So they know that there's something very significant and special about your connection, but it doesn't matter. Just because you know it doesn't mean that you're going to cherish it. Okay, we have the Temperance card, Harmony. How did they recognize you as their counterpart? They felt very calm in your presence. They felt like it's an angel usually with two cups going back and forth. That's temperance. It's tempering the energy. They felt like you tempered them. They felt like you calmed them down. You calmed their spirit down. You showed them love. You showed them passion, kindness, empathy, all those things. Your person, we're not going to do a deep dive into this, but your person, if they were not used to this kind of love, then this may have become very uncomfortable for them. As much as they craved it, when they got it, when they were facing it, it became very uncomfortable for them. And so they may have just decided, look, I need to take a step back from this. I need to center myself. I feel like I'm losing myself in this now. Yes, that's what I'm getting here. But that's how they recognized you as a counterpart is by the way that their heart told them something. Their heart felt a certain way around you. And that spoke volumes to them. But their head came in and clarified a lot and rationalized a lot. And they went with the head energy is what I'm getting here. We have Jewel within a teardrop. Wow, this was really hard for them. This was really hard for your person, I feel, to maybe ask for this space or time or disconnect from you. Because it says appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. See, you reconnected this person to their emotional side. They felt like they were all dried up. There's something about tears here. This person has been hurt in the past. So when they met you, when they encountered you, when they were experiencing energy with you, it was very healing for them. It was very nourishing, rejuvenating. Wow, they felt like they could love someone again. They felt like they could trust someone again. So they really appreciated meeting you. They really appreciated exchanging energy with you. But when it came down to it, I feel like the pain, it weighed out. It was too heavy. It was too unresolved for them to be able to take a risk and to jump any further with you. Yep. The Page of Angels is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is extremely analytical, overthinker, logical, in the head. I'm telling you, this person went from the heart space to the head space, and it was extreme heart energy with you, but then they went to an extreme mental, analytical phase with you. So this says mysticism. So to me, this is kind of choosing to look at spirituality and all this stuff that they were feeling or whatever exposed to, like rationalizing it and maybe even like going from like a spiritual experiencing like a higher power or something bigger than ourselves, going into atheism or something. Whether this person just started to cut it out. They started to cut out any kind of, or like reason with this. So all the magic and everything that they were experiencing with you, they started to explain it all away. And I feel eventually talked themselves out of this connection. So in what ways do their soul recognize you as their counterpart? The way that their heart felt, but their head took over and talked them out of this connection with you. So this is either going to resonate or it won't, but that is what I'm getting so far. So now we're going to look into the parting, which is what inner or outer forces eventually led to your separation. So that's why I let you guys know I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing like a separation or challenge, because this was a part of the reading, which would be going into perhaps the ending or separation or the challenge here. In what ways or what inner or outer forces eventually led to your separation? Let's look. Wow, look at this. So this karmic soulmate, now we're not using labels. I'm not saying, oh, this person is a karmic soulmate to you. These are just cards and energy. But there's obviously a very spiritual connection, but there are some sort of karmic influences, karmic cycles, karmic lessons that still needed to be learned, okay? So this says conflicts, learning tasks, maturity, unresolved past life relationships, lifetime companions. So what I'm picking up on here is that there may have been other people that the two of you needed to go into specific contracts with in order to learn further. So there could have been other people that were a part of this journey with the two of you. So even though you guys came together and felt all of these things and had this awakening, there were other people on this journey that you would learn from, that your person would learn from. So maybe you guys entered into other contracts, entered into other relationships, etc. This was just a part of this situation. These connections or contracts were a part of what you signed up for. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles. So there's a period of separation here. This is shutting something out. This might also be unresolved issues with like old partners. So I don't know if somebody went back to an old partner, or there was just someone that, you know, was kind of knocking on the door and your person opened it and entered into a new situation because it was an easy way out. It was a relief from what they were experiencing in your connection. It was just easier. It was dysfunctional. It was old and familiar. I'm picking that up as well. But I do feel like this person ended up either shutting you out because they still had some sort of unresolved issues, whether it was with someone else or if it was just something within them. That is what I'm picking up on here, okay? All right, let's see what else. We have the bomb, interesting. The bomb just went off. It says anger, rage, disappointment, betrayal, destruction, the end, negative incident. Wow. So yeah, something pretty like dramatic may have happened here in the end, where it's just something just exploded, right? It's just like destroyed. Major tower moment. Also, we have that word betrayal. Some kind of a lie, a betrayal in this connection may have just ignited it and it just exploded. It blew up. People got upset. Maybe people exchanged hostile words. People told people off and they just disconnected, and that was it. With the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like because there's someone here and then we're watching something, somebody may have moved on, because the Ten of Pentacles to me is a card of somebody that may have a family, or they may have like a commitment. So I'm getting a lot of different scenarios. Either somebody's family or friends or people around them got in the way and created some sort of a destruction or drama situation. So I'm getting that. But it could also be that someone moved on and, you know, committed or even married somebody else. And so that really created like a, you know, I guess this is it kind of thing. You moved on, you got married, or you recommitted to somebody else. I'm witnessing it, I'm seeing it, I'm hearing about it. So I guess it's over kind of thing. So that looks like that may have happened. Let's see what else. We have the Independent Woman. So if you're the feminine in the situation, this masculine may have moved on into another situation. And so that kind of left you on your own. But it gave you a lot of clarity, all right? Made you feel a little cool as an icy, upset, but you know, you've had an opportunity to really think about yourself, think about your life, think about what you want, things like that. But this could also be your person as well, as in they're coming through, because it's the woman energy, it doesn't matter, it's just energy. It could have been that maybe you were the one that moved on, and so your person just kind of focused on their career, focused on themselves, or just wanted to be on their own. I just want to be single. Maybe there were no other connections that popped up. I just want to be alone kind of energy. And we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands to me is somebody who wants to be single, somebody who wants to just have experiences. They don't really want to commit. The Knight of Wands is not really good at commitment at all. They want to keep their options open. So I feel like there might be, just take it how it resonates. How about that? Somebody just wanted to be free, because this is connected to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is I want my total freedom. I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I don't want to have anybody telling me what to do. I don't want to have any expectations placed on me. So there's a couple of different scenarios going on, but this might be something where this led to the separation. I want to explore. I want to travel. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to have to explain myself. So I have to, I have to take this time for me. So this is a really big collective, you guys. So I do feel like some of them moved on in another relationship, and others just said, I want to be single, and that was that. So now we have the Hall of Mirrors, which is searching for the exit. See, I do feel like some of them, instead of looking at themselves, they just headed for the door and they moved on into another situation. Or if they did not, they just ran away from this instead of looking at themselves. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't admit something. They didn't want to have some sort of a deep conversation about something, so they may have just exited the building super quick. Yes, that was a defense tactic with the Seven of Wands. This to me is, I can be strong and I can fight for this and I can explain myself and I can be, courageous, or I can be a coward and just run away from this, put up my wall, maybe blame shift, make excuses, ghost, run, because I can't face something. So this may have created a major issue and falling out with your person. So if this reading is resonating with you so far, you might want to consider going over to the extended reading with me. So I'll put the link to the extended reading in the description box down below, as well as pin it to the top comment. But this is what we're going to go into over there. So we're going to go into the absence energy, which is how has the echo of your absence affected your person's world? Also the flame within, what hidden passion, longing, or desire do they still carry for you today? The confession, if their heart could speak freely to yours right now, what would it say? And the next chapter, how might your love story continue to evolve in this lifetime? So if this reading or description sounds interesting to you, definitely join me over there. And if not, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that you enjoyed it, that it gave you something, significant or positive in your current experience with this person. But if you did enjoy it, definitely don't forget to give it a little bit of love by hitting that like, subscribe button, or leaving an emoji or a comment in the comment section, because all those things definitely help the video, and I appreciate it so much. All right, you guys, you take care. Bye-bye.